Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back for another video. Today I want to talk about, of course, some more Dead City stuff because we got our trailer yesterday. And, just with the footage that we got, I just think that there's so much to talk about as far as theories and everything for the season and just how I think the story could play out. And, we got a couple of kind of, I guess you would call shocker pieces in the trailer, some shocker frames, just how things are happening with certain characters and everything. But I just want to talk about how I think certain parts of this season are going to go down. I just previously done a video about how I believe Herschel's story is going to go, so please go check that out. I just think there's something going on with him, and I think there's an underlining story kind of developing with his character. But with that, I believe that there is another story unfolding, and it's maybe the story that's going to be built up over the season and just where they could take it. And it's something I hope actually happens. Just it really gets me excited about how this could possibly play out the way I think it's going to. So I just wanted to give my thoughts and theories about this. And with that, I'm going to go over a few of the frames from the trailer to kind of maybe support that evidence or support that theory, and just in my mind how things could play out with this season and just where they could take it, and possibly going into the next season, just how that's all going to go. And so I just want to talk about these few frames that I did grab. So with this, I'm going to open up with the frame. We have Negan here pointing the new Lucille. This is during that meeting that we saw where he's kind of being ushered in as this new big gang leader of New York and trying to get the other gang members to kind of follow suit and join him, be this one big organization like he had previously with the Saviors, and make the Barati kind of the top dogs of the New York gangs and what have you. But we have him pointing at this, and then this next frame, we have this guy who, in my opinion, clearly does not want any part of it. They have their own group, they have their own system that works for them, and he grabs the end of Lucille, as kind of a sign of defiance, like, I'm not having anything to do with this. This is not what me and my people signed up for. We want nothing to do with you. We will not follow your rule. And so I think this is kind of maybe the moment that something gets sparked, aside from this dude getting shocked, which was very interesting, a new addition to the design of this Lucille, I guess. But we have this dude just who is not going to kneel to Negan like he's gotten in the past, but there's just also the lingering suspicion too that Negan's not going to go full Negan. He doesn't want to be that guy again. He doesn't want to be someone that people fear, I guess, but he still has to put on that show to be convincing the people that's pretty much have him prisoner, being Croats and Dama, kind of having them in this old position where he is kind of under their boot for a change. But this guy, I just think this is the moment, and I'm hoping this is how it plays out, just judging on the other frames I'm going to go through. But this is a moment where I believe a rebellion will be sparked. And I hope that this is kind of maybe in the middle, towards the end of the season, where this is the climax that's building up, where we have Negan really put it on the show, trying to sell it and everything. And it's just, in his heart of hearts, this is not what he wants. He doesn't want to be this guy anymore. But with this, we have a rebellion possibly being sparked. And because we see when this guy kind of, what we can tell anyways, looks like he kind of denies him or says, we're not going to do this. He gets shocked. His other people stand up, and then they all get kind of roasted with a flamethrower. And I think in this scene, a fight or a battle is going to break out. I don't think we're going to see anything that's close to like all out war type stuff, but I think we're going to see some form of battle break out between maybe this group and other groups, or just where it kind of builds up in there. Because with that, and I think this is in the same scene, or hell, this could possibly be within Bruegel's area, because I stand by the belief that Negan and Bruegel will not get along. They will not see eye to eye. Bruegel's going to have this, high hoity-toity type of thinking, and Negan's just not going to agree with anything that he has to say. And I think this scene in particular is a scene that breaks out, a fight breaks out, because we see what looks to be fire, and then we saw those guys get opened up on flamethrowers. So I think a fire breaks out, things go to shit, and I think this is a build-up throughout the season, because we have a couple other frames that kind of lend to the possibility that at least this is a fight that breaks out, or a battle that breaks out within, whether it be Bruegel's territory, or maybe a general area where all the gangs are meeting, or they're trying to have their meetings to get everybody to kind of fall in line. But a fight breaks out because we have this scene too where it looks like Negan is actually being thrown over a table. At least this is, we believe this to be Negan. Then we have another shot where this is clearly Negan. He is actually using the new Lucille, fighting someone. We can't tell who this is right here that he's going up against, where this person actually kicks him to the ground or whatever. But I just believe that we have a series of fights, if not one big battle coming, and it all comes to the culmination of Maggie picking up Lucille and taking someone out. I think it may not be, like I'd mentioned in my previous videos where I thought maybe another lineup will take place, but I think kind of in the heat of battle, in the heat of whatever's going on here, Lucille kind of just comes into her possession, like she picks it up off the floor after maybe Negan gets knocked down or he gets hurt or something, and she takes it maybe to even save his life, where she takes out Bruegel or whoever he's fighting, or she takes out Dama, or there's just so many possibilities with how this could go, and that's what's got me so excited for this upcoming season, just what they could accomplish. I think so far from what we've seen from the trailers and everything, Eli Jornet, who is the showrunner slash writer, has done a fantastic job, and it's giving us so much more to work with than what we've gotten with Daryl Dixon. And so much has kind of gone wrong with that show, unfortunately. And The Ones Who Live was kind of like the last big Walking Dead hurrah, where we had the return of Rick, of course, and that was like, I think, the last time people really got excited about it, but Daryl Dixon just hasn't been able to replicate that. So with this, with especially this scene, because this is a big deal, because Maggie has had such hatred for Negan and the things that he's done, and having Lucille in her hands, that is something that is that's a big symbolism kind of thing right there. And especially if she takes this and actually kills someone with it, that is just kind of mind-blowing in a sense. So I'm very excited to see if my predictions come true or my theories have led to anything in here where we could see any kind of fight, any kind of battle, or any just kind of rebellion, which in my opinion would probably be the best thing to see maybe Maggie and Negan kind of working in the background once they realize that they're, after they meet up and everything, after Negan sees that she's come back, they build up a rebellion. They have these meetings. They work in cahoots to take out the Barazi, because we all know that Negan doesn't want to be there. He's being forced there as a way to protect Herschel and everybody. And so we see this as the big build-up, the big battle, and the big reveal. And this kind of goes back to my last video I just did, that the season will end with Herschel kind of stepping up into that villainous type of role because of all the things that Dom has kind of brainwashed him with. And so, like I mentioned, just so many possibilities for so many different things. So I'm beyond excited for this next season. I'm ready to see what they do with it and how it all plays out, and just if anything that I'm predicting comes true. Because if it does, they have done a fantastic job writing, and just the cinematography, the visuals, everything about this so far has just looked amazing. So I am definitely ready for that premiere date of May the 4th. But anyways, guys, that's just my video I wanted to do about my possibility of predictions, theories, anything like that. So if you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like, leave a comment, consider subscribing, come back for more Walking Dead content just like this, and I will see you next time. Take care. Bye.